everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our really quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend. Your pre-orders are due Sunday by 9 o'clock, so you don't miss out on any of the comic goodness. So head on over to infinityflux.net right now, where you can place those pre-orders. That way you're guaranteed to get whatever you want.
That's right.
You can have it however
You can have it
like.
all,
You
yeah.
can have it all and more. A really interesting week of books. It's a little bit smaller, but there's still some big titles
Yeah.
coming out. So let's get into it.
We're going to start with Zatanna #1. This is a new limited series written and drawn by Jamal Campbell. And in this one, Zatanna and her stage crew are back on tour, getting ready for a new show that they're going to be putting on. Their first show is at this place called the Terpsichore Theater in San Francisco, but it seems to be haunted by this apparition called the Lady White. She used to be a legend in Hollywood, and this apparition kidnaps all of Zatanna's crew, and she is going to have to jump through all these different old movie posters into the astral plane to rescue them. We've actually already read a copy of it, and it's very, very good. It's a beautiful book to look at.
Yeah.
The artwork is what really sells this for me. It's really fun. So if you like Zatanna, you are definitely going to like this.
Next up, we have Captain America and Volstagg. This is another one of our one-shots of the kind of weird team-ups, the unlikely team-ups. We got the first one today with Doctor Doom and Rocket Raccoon. This is our next one, and it sounds really fun. So once again, it's written by J. Michael Straczynski. This time the art is by Bernard Chang. And in this, a war breaks out between the 9 realms, and Volstagg recruits Steve Rogers, Captain America, because he knows he's the only one that can kind of de-escalate this. Not a whole lot more is known about it, but I liked the one that came out today, and this one sounds really fun too, and just some classic Captain America stuff will be great.
Next is Herculoids #1. So Dynamite continues to give us old cartoons from the 60s, 70s, and 80s in new comic versions. And this one there's nothing that too different about this than what we saw in the cartoon from back in the day. The planet Asmot is this legendary for its riches and everything there. And these raiders and these pirates keep coming to the planet to get those riches. And it's up to the Herculoids to stop them when that happens. But there's a recent battle that may have pushed the planet to its limits and awaken a sleeping darkness within the planet itself.
Can't wait to see this, but on like a serious level. Next up, finally, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, the adaptation. This was meant to come out in 2020. It's been 5 years. We are finally getting the Marvel adaptation of Rise of Skywalker. But, of course, somehow Palpatine returned. And on top of that, this is going to be great. This actually is going to include a lot of the deleted scenes and extra bits that did not make it into the movie. If you've read the novelization of Rise of Skywalker, you know it really changes the entire storyline and kind of makes a lot more make sense, explains a lot of some of the weird bits of it and everything. So I can't wait to see this fully play out. This is going to be adapted by Jody Houser, and art is by Will Sliney.
And next we have the Women of Marvel She-Devils one-shot. And this is going to be an anthology book that contains multiple stories featuring some of Marvel's most popular female characters. But even though it's multiple stories, it sounds like it's going to be one continuous story throughout the book where Shanna the She-Devil uncovers a dark conspiracy and she calls together a group of international allies to stop a bomb before it explodes.
Next up, we wanted to talk about Ultimate Spider-Man #14 because #13 came out today and it was amazing. Probably the best issue of the series so far. And it just really feels like it's ramping up this new year of the Ultimate Spider-Man series. In this one, of course, you have Spider-Man and Harry Osborn who are stuck in the Savage Land being hunted by Kraven. But some cool things about this, if this is just like the previous issues, there's been a month time jump. So they've been in the Savage Land now they've been away from their family for about 3 months and been in Savage Land 2 months. What have they been doing to survive? How have they survived? What have they encountered in the Savage Land? If you're not reading Ultimate Spider-Man, now is the best time to pick it up because it is phenomenal.
And next is The Loose End #1, and this is described as an homage to classic 90s crime movies such as Desperado, Heat, and Reservoir Dogs. It's about a failing screenwriter named Stephen Hollis he has a thirst for the high life, but he also has a mountain of debt and he has an aimless career. But the mob offers him a ticket out of his dead end lifestyle, and it's an offer that he can't refuse. And all he has to do to get it is to kill the biggest exec in Hollywood.
Oh. Next up, we have Mothra, Queen of Monsters #1. This sounds really cool. So this is by Sophie Campbell and Matt Frank. And in this, Mothra has died in a big kaiju fight with a new kaiju named Antra, which I'm guessing is probably a giant ant. And as the world goes into destruction because Mothra is not there to protect them, humankind goes into hiding, and a young woman named Mira, living in the wasteland, finds her long lost sister she thought she lost, and together they are going to have to go back in time to the Jurassic period to find Mothra's egg to hopefully bring Mothra back to life. So craziness in the kaiju Godzilla universe, but everybody loves Mothra. This will be really fun.
And next, we just wanted to talk about Challengers of the Unknown #3 because this is such a cool series. And in this one, features Prof. Haley and Ray Palmer as they investigate the next dark side anomaly, which is in a remote part of the world where hyperintelligence seems to have infected a long missing individual from DC's past. And things get even weirder when a being calling himself the Optimum appears to the Prof and the Atom, claiming to be from the future and promising untold scientific secrets if it can have a glimpse into the Atom Project. So,
Huh.
nice little connective tissue there between this book and the Atom Project.
And we also want to talk about New Gods #3 because this epic keeps getting bigger and better. In this one, you got an intergalactic inquisition has come to Apocalypse and New Genesis. We saw a hint of that in the previous issue, and basically says, "Join us or die." But on Earth, we have Mr. Miracle, Barda, and their baby, who now are on a mission seeking that mysterious child that was born that's supposed to be a new god. But is this child going to be the savior of the universe or the reincarnation of the universe's greatest evil, which I know is probably what Highfather fears in this. So another really exciting sounding issue of New Gods. If you're not checking this one out, still early enough to jump on
Mhm.
board and you will not be disappointed. And that is it for Top Comics to pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can place your pre-orders. That way you do not miss out on any of these books. Because, as always, when they come out, supplies are limited, and we want to make sure you get to read what you want to read and
Mhm.
enjoy. So, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see
See
ya.
ya.